Hey guys, it's JohnyTechReview. Today I have a review for you of the Anart G3 Action Sport camera. So this is the updated version of the 1080p version, and you can see here this one has a screen up front, kind of reminiscent of that GoPro camera. Now actually with this nice little color LCD, I'll show you that in a minute. But up front here you can see this is the Wi-Fi model with full HD. There's the power button, there's your lens. On this side here you have one button, that's the Wi-Fi button, and also used to back out some menu. The back you got a nice little screen here. And on the left side here you have a HDMI port, micro USB charging port, and then here's the micro SD slot. I'm using a 32 gig in here right now, class 10, and it works well for this version. Up top you have a button here to stop and start recording and also select item in menu. So let's put this to the side for a second. There's the water carrying case for it now. So this is good, I think up to like 30-40 feet or something like that. Here's the rest of the unit. I really didn't use this too much. This has all the different accessories. Of course, I've been reviewing many of these action sport camera, and they pretty much use similar mount, as the GoPro. So I've been using other accessories and haven't really touched these too much. It does come with a little power brick and a USB cable here to charge the battery, and you only get one battery for the unit. There's also this little user menu here inside, kind of show you some configuration of those different accessories. Here is the layout of the camera, and then they also tell you about the apps. The app you need to get is called Easy iCam apps. You can use either that one or the iSmart TV to do the same thing. There we go, and pretty much similar splash screen there. Here you got your timestamp and stuff, and right now we're in the video mode. If you look up front here, you have this little LCD screen here, and this kind of tell you when to start recording. So I'm going to ahead and press play here, kind of show you. I press record right now, and as you can see now the counter is start counting. And in the back here you can see the recording start happening right now. So we can switch to another mode by pressing the power and mode button up front now. This is the picture mode. Take a picture here for example, like that. We can also keep switching to the bus mode, so we can take multiple pictures, just like this. And we also have the time-lapse modes, and in this mode here you take pictures in various different intervals. This camera does not stitch it together for you, so you just end up with a bunch of pictures. You have to stitch it together yourself. You press it again to get into this mode. This is the preview mode. You can go to video, photo, or setting. I'm going to go ahead and press OK here to show you the video that I recorded earlier or before that. And we can swap between the different pictures by pressing that mode button again. You can see this is a video from yesterday I was recording. Give you an idea, just like that. And we can back out by pressing this Wi-Fi button here. And if we go button up front, we go to photo, press again, take us to setting. And in setting here, as you can see, you have your typical setting before. So I named the camera a little bit. This is the setting screen. As you can see, you have video resolution. You can click on that. Here you get two options. You get 1080p at 30 frames per second or 720p at 60 frames per second. Obviously, you're not getting a lot of different mode here. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on 30 frames per second. You can use the button up front here to navigate up and down the menu here. You can see exposure setting, photo resolution, bus photo, time lapse, etc. Continuous time lapse. Keep in mind, if you want to do a time lapse, you want to set the time lapse to a certain second, and then you want to set the continuous time lapse to yes in order for you to continuously take pictures. Otherwise, it won't do time lapse. And then more option here, power frequency, which is 50 or 60 Hz. We have here language, day and time, sound indicator. You can flip it upside down for using a dash cam, screensaver, power mode, format, and reset, and then version. And that's basically about it. So pretty simple. Keep looping until you get to the exit there, and you can press OK again to exit and get out. So this camera is very similar to the previous version. The only minor difference to me was just LCD screen here. As far as battery life, when using this whole new setup here, this doesn't use that much more battery. So yeah, I'm getting roughly over an hour of recording on a low single battery charge. I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. And for time lapse, it's a little bit longer, and because it's just taking pictures. But yeah, I kind of give you an idea. You definitely will get about an hour on the battery life. So one more thing I want to show you is the app. So it's pretty simple to get into Wi-Fi. You just gotta press this button here for a second, and that's set it to waiting for Wi-Fi. And here, I just want to show you the app, what it look like. Just have to make sure that we are connecting to the wireless network there, and this wireless network is called iCam G3, just like that. And when it's connected, all you have to do is just launch the app, which is called Easy iCam. I think it's being updated recently. You have here the camera you can pick from, so just go ahead and pick that one now. And here we go, it's launching now, and as you can see, there's a live feed. And it's pretty good. I tested this roughly about up to 100 feet or so of Wi-Fi, and it still have pretty good signal. It does go in and out intermittently, but if you press record here, for example, you have to go back in this app and connect back to the Wi-Fi, launch this app again, and to stop the recording, because you can't really start a recording here and stop it here. Slightly disappointing, but yeah, it's very similar to the other cameras, not any different here. But yeah, in here you can do a few different settings. So you can click on here, for example, change between the 1080p to 720p. You have battery life meter here, and you can tap on your setting here to see some setting. There's not a lot you can set. Look how slightly disappointing that is. I wish you can change more mode, but that's all you get in here. Auto white balance, you can pick one of these, as you can see right now. If you want to do preview of the photo and video you take, you can press this button here, as you can see, and just kind of load it up real fast. Just some thumbnails you can see right here. There's picture and video. We can go to picture, for example. Here you can click on this eye here to kind of see the picture. Oh, that's random pictures. More pictures. I think this is from a time lapse. Anyway, there's a bunch of them here, and we can see, as you can see right now. You can also download these, of course. You click on them just like that, and then there's a download button down here. You can just download to your camera roll, as you can see, just like that. And it just does take some time for pictures. For video, it's even longer, so I do not suggest taking this. It does take a long time. For example, we can click on this little icon here, kind of do a little preview. It's kind of downloading and let you preview in it. It does take a while. So even though it's Wi-Fi, it's not very that fast. But you can see this footage is pretty smooth, and you can see now. And if you have a long footage, you can't really speed it up or anything. You can't even scrub to it or anything like that. So it's pretty basic view. I wish they let you scrub to it. You can also download, of course, by selecting one of these and then press the download button. But it does take quite a long time, so I do not recommend that at all. But overall, the Wi-Fi works pretty well. I would say that if you stay within about 50 feet, you're gonna get pretty good reception. If you do lose reception, you have to reconnect in order to stop or start the recording again. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I think it's good for framing and checking shot, but I would start recording on the camera itself right now instead of using the app here. Of course, you can also click in here to swap between pictures and videos, just like that, but it's pretty simple, as you can see. As far as the video picture quality of this, it's not bad. It's similar to the previous version also. If you check some of my other GoKit review, just 1080p camera here has a pretty decent length compared to the previous version. You can see some of the video footage that I'm adding in the video here to kind of give you an idea of the picture quality of this. I think if you have a pretty good lighting during the daylight, it's gonna come out pretty well, and you can make some adjustment in post if you need to. At night, your low lighting condition is not very good, but everyone pretty much expected that on these little small camera. One more thing to point out is the audio quality. If you hold it outside the cage just like this, you can hear some audio if you're recording it. But if you put it inside this water housing case, forget it, it's very muted and you can barely hear anything. There's no adapter or anything like that, so you're pretty much stuck with that. All the accessory they give you is pretty nice. You do get a lot of different stuff. So if you never had one of these before, it's nice to have a starter kit that gives you everything. You can check the product link and kind of see what item you actually get with it, just in case you're wondering and if this is your first time buying it. So I hope your short little review helped you in your purchase decision, and if you have any question, let me know in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.